What's good, and welcome back to Invest and Trade with Jax. Hope you're well, guys. Good morning from Canada. So a little bit of a dump in the market, but that is exactly what our dollar cost average strategy is meant for. The price drops quickly, brings down our buy zones, and we ride the slingshot back up. So currently we're sitting at $2.22. We're down about 7.3 on the day. We're sitting in a market cap of 15.84 billion. 24-hour volume 2.67 billion. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to crypto.com, you can sign up to the world's fastest growing crypto app and grab one of their incredible Visa cards for cashback in crypto. Free Spotify, Netflix, Prime, travel incentives, depending on the level of card that you have. $25 just for signing up through my referral. So let's hop over to Matic. So we can see here, we came all the way down to our third entry. We had some pretty swift sell-off, and we wicked all the way down lower than 206, all the way down to about 202. You can see the money flow went into oversold as well as the RSI, and we saw a nice little bounce back to the upside. We've gone through our ABC correction. We've met the target of our head and shoulders. I did say that I think the ABC correction is more likely to play out here, and that's exactly what has happened. So we'll jump over to the 4-hour time frame for our friend Matic. Yeah, so we can see here on the 4-hour, we've trended right towards oversold, as well as the money flow is in the floor, and that's usually when you're going to see money start to flow back into Matic, and you're going to see it push back up, just as we did right here, push back to the upside right here as well. Large push back to the upside, down here as well, push back to the upside. So these are optimal entry points. When you see the RSI in the floor, you see the money flow in the floor. You can even just use those indicators on their own to enter trades. All right, guys. So our break even price is here at 228. Do watch our second entry here at 226. Definitely could act as resistance for our friend Matic. So if we pop over to the daily time frame, you can see we've gone through our ABC correction. We've come all the way down to the bottom of our channel at about 203. Let me just move the C over here. Just as we did in our previous corrections, you can see right here, let me quickly remove this. You can see right here, impulsive wave, ABC correction. Your next impulsive wave, ABC correction. Your next impulsive wave, I'm sure there's an ABC in there as well. Impulsive wave, ABC correction. And we're currently holding the 55 EMA. So we do have a good opportunity to bounce and quite possibly make a push back up to the top of our channel here for Matic. If we do lose this level of support of 203, we lose a 0.786, which is coming in at about $1.96 for Matic. That's when we have to start targeting lower targets like the 0.618 coming in at $1.52. So let's quickly hop over to Ethereum. So I talked about our rising wedge, guys. I said if we break down from this rising wedge, I think it's likely we come all the way back down to the level of support from this falling wedge, which is exactly what happened here. At 3292, if we scroll back here, you can see support and a lot of resistance in that area. And it also lines up with the technical target from our head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. That target was down here at about 3218. And you can see we came very, very close to that technical target. We completely fell through all these levels of support here, and we've even broken below our wick. So if we pop back over to this chart here, so the bullish scenario is of course a fractal of our previous correction. You can see right here, we wicked down, we had a bit of a relief rally, we broke lower, and then we created a double triple bottom, we broke out. So we've wicked down, we had a relief rally, we've broken lower. So now what I'm looking for is a reversal pattern, a double bottom, a triple bottom. If we start to see some consolidation and then see a breakout back to the upside, that's the bullish scenario. As you can see here, the RSI is completely in the floor. We actually created a bullish divergence. So you can see here, we came down and we bounced back to the upside, and then we dropped, and now we've created a lower high. So these divergences, they can be invalidated. However, it is still valid unless we roll over and lose this trend line of support here. Then that would invalidate the bullish divergence for our friend ETH. So there's another pattern that I want to make you guys aware of. I'm just going to quickly pop over to the daily time frame. All right, guys, so here we are on the daily. So if I take out this level of resistance, you can see here that we have a descending broadening wedge, which is a bullish pattern. We came down, we bounced off support, we hit resistance, we've come all the way back down to support. So if we can bounce here, let me just pull this out. So if you see us start to create some sort of reversal structure and we bounce, we could head back up to this level of resistance. It is a bullish pattern, guys, a descending broadening wedge, and your target is the top of your wedge. So basically your target would be this level of resistance once again. So if we do see that reversal structure just as we did right here on the daily, double bottom, breakout back to the upside. So if you see us start to do a little something like this, we come up, we hit resistance, we come back down, we bounce, we break that level of resistance. That could be the breakout we've been waiting for. Now, of course, the bearish scenario is we come down, we lose this low right here, and we lose this uptrend. And that would be a strong signal. Well, we're going to come all the way back down to our summer lows at about 1764 for ETH. But as of right now, we're still creating higher highs and higher lows, and it looks like we're just going through a very similar correction to as we saw right here in September and as we saw over the summertime as well for ETH. So let's take a look at Bitcoin. It's a very similar scenario, guys. We've fallen back down into our falling wedge pattern. I talked about us bleeding all the way back down to our wick, just as we've done in our previous corrections, which is coming in at about 41.9K. You can see on the 4-hour, we've trended right towards oversold. So I would expect to see a little bit of a bounce. If we were to break down here, we do have a bit of a bear pennant. So your breakdown target would bring you all the way down to about 38K. If we do come down to 38K, it does line up with that level of support, the previous swing low. And to remain bullish, we need to hold that level of support. If we lose 38K, then we could definitely see a reversal all the way down to 28K. So there's something I want to show you guys here that was posted in the Discord. And this is the previous correction over the summertime, showing us the fractal and an almost identical scenario of what we're going through right now. So I want to pop over to this chart here on the daily, so we can see here with Bitcoin, we wick down, accumulation, fake out, accumulation, double bottom, breakout. So if we take our measurement here from our wick all the way over to where we come down and meet our wick again, it's about 35 days. As you can see here, we wick down and then we created a slightly lower low. So if we take our measurement here from our wick down all the way down to where we are at present time, look at that, guys, 34 days on the dot. So as of right now, we are completely mirroring the crash we went through in the summertime. It's actually kind of freaky how identical it is. So now what we're looking for, here we are, day 35, here we are, day 35, and you can see here we had a nice push back up, we came back down, double bottom, breakout. So that's what I'm looking for here. If we see a nice push back up and then we come back down to test this level of support and we bounce, then we're going to see our next impulsive wave to the upside. As you can see here, higher low, higher low, higher low once again. It's not until we come down and lose 40K, which I've been going over for a few weeks here, that we would flip bearish. But as of right now, we're still holding structural support. I would like to see us hold this low, this wick low. That would be a strong sign in my opinion. And then see that reversal pattern, or see a little bit of a wick that brings us lower to retest these lows, and then we bounce back up, we see that double bottom, we break back out to the upside. And as you can see on the RSI, we're back trending towards oversold, and that's usually where we're going to see our bounce. As you can see right here, we saw a bounce, double bottom, breakout. Look right here as well, guys. We were oversold, we bounced, we created that double bottom, pretty close to oversold once again, and we broke out back to the upside. So what we need to see here is that bounce, create that double bottom, and break out back to the upside once again for BTC. If we do lose this low, guys, then we're reversing the trend. And I do think 28K is imminent. But as of right now, I'm looking for that reversal pattern to get us back above the EMAs and see continuation on this bull run for BTC. If we look at the long positions, guys, we did see a little bit of sell-off during that drop, but we're starting to see the longs increase a little bit once again. So if we continue to trade sideways and go through this accumulation phase and we see the longs continue to increase here, then we could definitely see that double bottom and that breakout back to the upside. And I was noticing the exact same pattern with the ETH with Bitcoin. So here's your levels of resistance, guys, and then here's your level of support, and you can see we're creating that descending broadening wedge. So what I'd like to see here is we bounce, we come back down, we test the 0.5, maybe we see a wick that comes back down to this swing low right here, and then we see our breakout back to the upside. We break out of this descending broadening wedge, we get back above the EMAs, and we see continuation I mean, of course, Bitcoin is basically holding on by a thread right now. Extreme fear in the market. Look at this, guys. Extreme fear yesterday, extreme fear last week, extreme fear last month, extreme fear. We're all the way down to 15 on the fear and greed index. And I'm sure we haven't been that low since the summer crash. And everyone during the summer crash, when we came down, oh, sorry guys, when we came all the way down and we created a lower low, everyone was thinking bear market. Even me, I was worried. I was like, well, I think we may go into a bear. But we saw that double bottom, and this was our key entry point, right? So that's why now, you know, I've learned my lesson, and I dollar cost average at these levels. I make sure that I'm buying. And in case the price does drop, I have buy limits set lower. I had someone message me and said, oh, I only set 3 buy limits for, you know, a 20 to 30% drop. I'm like, you have to set it for a 50 to 80% drop. This is crypto and anything can happen. And as you can see with Matic, we came all the way down to 206 pretty quickly. I'm sure some of you weren't expecting it to happen that fast, but that's how it works with crypto. It can drop extremely quickly and it can pump extremely quickly, and sometimes it can consolidate for so long that you rather watch grass grow. But this is the game we play, guys. So we'll finish off the video here with Matic. Our next entries, our next buy zones, 178, 151, all the way down at 107, and I have one at 75 cents. And of course, our take profit zones have been updated with our break even at 2.28. So 2.52, 2.72, 2.9, 3.34. And our bull run targets for Matic, let me pop it over based off our Elliott wave. Oh, I think it was on this chart here. Yeah, so our bull run targets for Matic, we have the 1.618 at 677 and the 2 extension at 1181. Now, I'm sure some of you are like, Jax, when would these bull run targets be invalidated? If we came down and we lost this low, that would invalidate this Fibonacci as well as our Elliott wave theory. So that's when it would be invalidated. Now, if we do lose this, if we break down from this ascending channel here, that's also not the best sign, guys, because your bearish target is all the way down at about 62 cents. So hopefully we see a nice bounce off this level. But if we were to break down, guys, then you come down, you start targeting lower price targets like the 0.618 coming in at about $1.54 for Matic. So that's basically it for this one, guys. If you want access to 1,000 members talking all things crypto, posting chart patterns as well as the DCA charts for many projects, guys, it's the price of a coffee. You can sign up through the Patreon. Matic, Phantom, Mana, Sand, Gala, Vet, quite a few different projects. Solana as well. Price of a coffee. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Much love. Take care.